Okay, we're starting again. How we doing? There's probably a maximum of 3 of you wondering who this guy is in your notification bar. It's hot as hell in this room. I'm Sama. I have made like 3 videos. I just wanted to do a little manga collection video for what I bought this month in July of 2026. Just to give you guys more of a idea of what I've been doing, what I read and collect in my free time. I've been thinking about YouTube lately, and I don't know right now if it's something I'd want to do full time, but it is a really fun side project that I've been getting the itch to come back to, so, let's just hop right into it. Starting off with one of my current favorite pickups, we have volumes 4 and 5 of The Climber. Now this is by the author of Usagi, if you've heard of it. It's that really long, older gambling manga. And I don't really know a lot about this guy, but this series is fuck. I'm probably gonna read this guy's other stuff after this, because this has been I'm number 1. This has been fire. This has genuinely been really good. I've only read the first 2 or so volumes up there, but I cannot wait to binge more of this. It's so good. Moving on, something a little simpler. We have volumes 5 and 6 of Helk. Isn't that cool? All the covers fucking connect. It's pretty neat. Now, I haven't read this in a while, but I recently started picking these back up because one of my friends recommended it to me recently, and he said it was one of the first manga he read, and it was really, really good. And I'm always a fan of fantasy stuff. It gives me some Frieren vibes, mainly with her, but, I'm a big Frieren guy. I like Frieren a lot, so, yeah, can't wait to read this. Next up, now this I don't necessarily see in a whole lot of people's collections, but I found these for a really good deal. So I have volumes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7 of Buso Rankin. Now this, I believe, is a series that the Rurouni Kenshin author did after Rurouni Kenshin, as you can see right there. I don't know if it was after or before or something, probably after, but this, I read this a while back, and it's about alchemy and stuff. The intro gives me really heavy Bleach vibes, but I was really surprised in the direction it went. It was super interesting, and I found these for, like I said, a pretty damn good deal, so figure once I get the rest of these I can do a cool reread. Alright, now we're moving on to the really good juicy stuff. Here, my bad. Yikes, man. Alright. I'm gonna have to break this in half. I got volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 of Pluto, with the original Viz symbols, so always love that. This series, I've been wanting to get this pretty much since I started reading manga, and I've been finding a lot of good deals lately. That's why there's a lot of manga. I don't know a whole lot about this, but I recently read Billy Bat, which was also recommended by my guy who recommended me Helk, and god damn, Billy Bat was amazing. I'm so glad that's in print now. But my boy also watched the anime for this, and he hasn't read the manga, but he said the anime was amazing, so I'm genuinely so excited to read this. Alright, now we are on the last 3, depending on how you look at it, volumes of stuff. So, starting off, we have volume 2 of Spirit Circle. Now this is one of the last 3 volumes in this video that are kind of hard to come across, because I have, you can't really see it, but next to that Devilman I have volume 1 over there. I got volume 1 of this years ago, and then it wasn't until about a year or 2 ago where I read this whole thing. This is one of the best short manga I've ever fucking read. What they're able to do like with the emotional weight and character writing and world building and just like every interconnected plot line in just 6 of these is fucking nuts. Like I know this author is kind of heavily or like critically acclaimed, and he has a few other series. This is the only one I've read by him so far, but I really need to read his other stuff, because if you can't get your hands on this physically, at least read this digital. 6 volumes, like 40 something chapters. You could easily read that in like a sitting if you wanted to. Highly recommend this. Whoo! Now, okay, next 2 volumes I'm gonna show you are awfully notorious for being out of print, despite not being that old. And I'm not gonna go on a whole rant, but I don't like how book companies treat manga necessarily. Like, I can't speak on novels or anything because I'm a manga guy, but I'm not the biggest fan of how book companies treat manga and how out of print they go so quick. And, you know, obviously that leads to people selling like $20 retail volumes for like $500. But anywho, I was able to find a decent deal on this, and I'm so excited I had this because this is something I regretted not buying when I saw it in bookstores years ago. So this is the first volume of Go Nagai's Devilman, the classic collection. Now, I watched the anime of this definitely at a time in my life where I shouldn't have been, but this was like one of my earlier, more mature anime, and I've wanted to read this manga for so long. Like, damn, that looks good. I wanted to read this for so long, and there's only 2 of these, but the second one is like, that's like an arm and a leg that I just don't have. But yeah, this is so sick. I'm genuinely so happy to have this in my collection. Very, very cool shit. And now, the reason I say this for last is because it is debatably rarer than the Devilman Classic collections, and it's also the thing I'm most excited about. I literally got this in the mail today. Same with the Spirit Circle volume. And that is volumes 15, 16, and 17 of Air Gear. Now, if you don't know, I fucking love Air Gear. Now, this is a really difficult series for me to recommend to people because of this fucker right here. I hate this guy, but I love him. But I hate him. Not this guy, the author. He's something else, man. Like, I don't think I can open this right now. I'll flip to a page to see if there's something cool, but no, Air Gear is one of the best stories I've ever read. Like, one of the stories that legitimately feels like it was created for me. And this is, I believe, the 21st volume I have, so I have 16 more volumes that I need to collect. But I've kind of come to terms with the idea that I might never fully own this series just because of how out of print it is. Like, they didn't even print 15, 16, 17 individually, and I think that's because Del Rey was transitioning to Kodansha. But yeah, I don't know. It just really goes to show how rare and out of print the series is. But this is like one of my favorite characters in the story, one of my favorite covers. So I'm super happy to have this. If you can get your hands on any Air Gear volumes or just read it in general, I highly recommend it. If you can get past some of the most egregious fan service I've seen in anything, really. So yeah, Air Gear. I am the worst YouTuber ever. I forgot. How could I forget Gachi Yakuta? I got this like 2 days ago. The manga that inspired the anime. Gachi Yakuta, man. Ah, man. I can't even begin. I love this series a whole lot with all my heart. I'm a huge Fire Force and Soul Eater guy, so I've been reading this since chapter 1. I'll never let people forget that, but I love Gachi Yakuta. I'll always be there when a new volume comes out. Glory to Kei Urana. Anyway, that's everything for this manga haul video. Thank you for watching. I know I'm sorry for my absence again. this channel is kind of more like a side thing I come back to every now and again, but I do genuinely really want to like be more consistent with what I upload and just, you know, have fun with it. Don't treat it as anything super serious, you know? So, yeah. That's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.